no death threats. And again, if any of the kids on YouTube tweet Joe that he can use my stuff, I looked at it again. I'm happy for him to use it. I'd be happy. I mean, any of you can tweet him too. Okay. Any questions so far on anything that I've covered to date?
Insurance. You talked about that.
No, you mean insurance companies. Most of the large banking institutions are owned by insurance companies. Very few people. I said the example of the one mentee who got $55 million several years ago, not many years ago, drawing a business plan on a Italian tablecloth in a restaurant in Jacksonville, Florida, on the I think it was the St. Johns River that runs through Jacksonville. But insurance companies have funds. Insurance companies have private equity. Insurance companies own banks. Insurance companies own the large brokerage firms. Insurance companies have a predicament that is quite unique in that they get money in every month and they have to put it out every month. Why do they get money every month? Because of the insurance premiums that people pay on insurance. They have offices, they have commercial offices, and I don't mean by commercial lending, but they have commercial offices where they have, for the lack of a term, better term, business development reps, which I find amusing when I say that term, just like everybody else. Yet they're probably the least called upon major institution on the planet. And that's for example, the Prudential is an insurance company. I'm just going to use one example. They, at one time, they were one of my largest shareholders. The Pru has funds, has all the things, except, I don't mean incubators and TV programs and things like that, but all the other financial tools, many of which we've talked about, the Prudential, or the Pru, it used to be called, probably still is called. They have a major office in London. They have a major office in New York. And the Pru is named after the mountain or the rock in Gibraltar, that big rock. And they used to have commercials, as solid as the Pru, because the Rock of Gibraltar has been there a long, long time and seen, many cultures over the thousands of years. So insurance companies have. Now, insurance companies have sweet spots, and I don't know what they are now, because I haven't done a deal with an insurance company in a long time. But I know that they're often overlooked, and but kids do call on them. But the last deal that I know that I'm cognizant of was one of my own mentees who got $55 million from an insurance company based in Florida. Now, Jacksonville. Jacksonville used to be the home headquarters to more insurance companies than any other city in the United States. I don't know if that's the case anymore, but it used to be back many years ago. And there are many Canadian insurance companies. There's insurance companies all over the place. Allianz, as they would say, which is a huge company that I believe is still an insurance company. And Allianz owns, quite a bit, quite a number of things. Again, money's not the problem. There's no shortage of it. The challenge is to marry up a deal, or the challenge is for you to call on somebody that has the capital to marry up a deal that makes sense to them, that's in their sweet spot. And it's a lot easier to sell a deal that's in their area of interest at the time, and it's cyclical. It goes from deal to deal. Back many, many years ago, the Canary Wharf was a hot deal, and everybody said that nobody would ever go to the Canary Wharf Canary Wharf is an area in London. It's out in the middle of no place. It is now, populated like crazy with financial institutions. Because originally it was a square mile, and from Roman times, the Romans built a wall around a square mile, and that square mile is now the financial district, more or less, in London, and it has since spread across the river and down to Canary Wharf. In the old days, it was Wall Street. And now it's Harlem, of all places. It's Brooklyn, and it's across the bridge. And the same can be said of just about every other financial district. The financial headquarters around the world are still deemed to be, and I don't know about post-Brexit, London, Tokyo, New York City, and it varies in Canada, but Toronto and Paris, Munich, etc. Again, guys, there's no shortage. There is no shortage of finding the money. In India, it's Mumbai, it's Singapore, it's Kuala Lumpur. That's the last of your problems. Now, this is one of the great deals of all time that people, probably you guys aren't old enough to remember. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak had a great idea, but it was Mike Margolis who put up $91,000 to put Apple on the map. For his trouble, his money, he got 1/3, which was cheap. They got a great deal off of Margolis. Those kind of deals, in my experience, aren't available anymore, where the private equity guys only take 1/3. And Margolis himself, I believe, if legend has it, actually threw Jobs. He was the guy that threw Jobs off the board many years later. But everybody's still looking for that. You put up all the money and we only give you 1/3. That's not my experience. But since you have nothing now, and they're taking all the financial risk, I won't say whatever you get is better than nothing, but almost whatever you get is better than nothing. Bottom line, first get an idea, then get the money to exploit it through marketing. Spend enough. Like war, marketing can be expensive. You can't save your way to success. Narrow the focus to build a position in the prospect's mind. Reduce product line. Siemens used to have 1 million products on their website. 1 million. You couldn't find 100 men, women, or Martians that could scroll to find them all. It's changed now. They've streamlined their product line significantly. The generalist is weak. Be strong somewhere instead of weak everywhere. Sales indicate regular prices too high, like I said about Rolls Royce. You can't build a reputation on things you're going to do. That's why it's extremely critical. It's important. It's whatever word you want to use, that you get the first deal done. All the rest is bullshit. All the rest is bullshit. You know about Google, you know about Twitter, you know about Facebook. Okay, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Of those, I would do away with Facebook. You can keep Twitter, but LinkedIn is your tool of choice. And there's a couple different levels of LinkedIn. I think I have. Do I have the premier level, Kat? Okay, I don't even know. Does it cost extra money, Kat? Oh my God. I wonder if it's in the budget. I don't know if it's in the budget. I'll have to check with Sally if it's in the budget. But LinkedIn. Now, and again, I don't want to hear that you can't find a chairman. I don't want to hear that LinkedIn doesn't work. Because they do. It does. And you can find a chairman. And please, 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 and I won't do this often, I beg you, use the fucking templates. Don't fuck with them. Like I said in Why Are You Poor? Don't change a fucking comma. Don't change a fucking sentence. Don't change the misspelled words. Please, just leave it alone and fucking use it. I'll make a list and I know who's going to change them right now. Yeah, I know. Don't lie to me.
I'm not even going to look.
Don't you lie to me, goddammit. Okay. Now, let's see, I skipped. Okay. Now, this is a program for you that are techies. It used to be on Bloomberg. I don't know if it still is. Techstars. It's a reality TV show. It's very good. And I used to watch it religiously to to see what was the cutting edge for tech stuff. And it's basically a super graduate school on TV for tech deals. This is what some of the guys that came to talk to the tech stars. He likes guys who work 27 hours a day and bleed through their eyes. 27 hours a day, okay. Don't want to wake up, because you don't want to wake up at 50 and discover they had not accomplished anything in their lives. Who must have passion with people that are executors. Not executors like chopping their head off, but they can execute, they can implement. Innovators never embrace the status quo, even when it works. From the CEO of AOL to young entrepreneurs, this was on the TV program. Sleep is bad. You can sleep in a couple years. You have to hustle now. Remember what I said, what you have to offer mainly is energy and going out and getting stuff done. Okay, external growth, uncertainty equals opportunity. In my judgment, Brexit brings huge opportunity here, especially here, because it's going to affect, supposedly, hurt the UK, and I don't think it is. In fact, I know it isn't. This huge opportunity. From chaos comes order. What is the opportunity in the United States and the rest of the world? Everybody's scared shitless that my buddy Trump is going to get elected. It's been predicted that the bull market is going to go from 18,000 to 25,000. On the other side of the coin, Mark Cuban has said, the billionaire, that the market's going to tank to 10,000. Well, whatever that happens, either way, huge opportunities, because there's going to be chaos. There's going to be a lot of motivated sellers. There's going to be a lot of motivated sellers, and you're going to find them, and they don't all have to be spitting up blood and have a stroke. Better that one spitting up blood and one had a stroke. But wish springs eternal. Okay. We're looking for a mature, fragmented market. So by definition, it's a mature market. It's not a brand new market. Acquire independence and professionalize operations and sell up or take public. I also add franchise in there because I used to be the chairman of the leading franchise deal in Europe. And if you run a franchise, it's a cash cow, but we have at least one person in here that's part of a franchise for many years. Oh, there we are. Okay, and you can do it, not the way he did it, but the way he's going to do it when he goes back. 2 entrepreneurs got rich. You're all waiting for the Instagram. Now, Zuckerberg got in trouble with this because you know how the shareholders and the board of directors found out about the Instagram $1 billion acquisition? On CNN. He didn't tell anybody. Shortly thereafter, 1 or 2 of the key board members left, sold their shares, and they reformed the board. Soon thereafter, a woman came in and some other things, and he started paying attention to corporate governance. Okay. And on that, and they teased me that I left being the head of a big public company right at the right time, that I probably would have gotten in trouble based on corporate governance. Because many times I told the shareholders to go fuck themselves because I used to own 60% of the shares. It's easy to say go fuck yourself when you have 60% of the shares and they can't throw you out. But as soon as I went below 60% of the shares, they tossed me out of my butt. Okay, YouTube, thank you. We'll see you later.